Well, gun legislation couldn't make it through the Republican-controlled House, so Peninsula Congresswoman Jackie Speier is trying another approach. She hosted a summit on gun violence prevention today. ABC 7 News political reporter Mark Matthews was in Redwood City for an event that packed the Oracle Conference Center.
It did. It was a conference for educators, law enforcement, mental health professionals, and elected representatives, all working on local solutions for preventing gun violence at schools. If you look at the shooting at Columbine High School, or any number of others where students murdered their classmates, experts will tell you there were warnings.
In the school shootings we studied, there were always advanced warnings, sometimes as much as 9 months in advance of the actual shooting.
Catherine Newman is the author of Rampage, The Social Roots of School Shootings.
They would hear things like, "You'll see who lives or dies on Monday," or "I'm going to be running from the cops so you won't see me for a while."
The Dean of Arts and Sciences at University was a keynote speaker at today's conference, hosted by Peninsula Congresswoman Jackie Speier.
There are cues that people knew about, were either afraid to comment on because they were peers and didn't want to be snitches. They were adults and didn't want to be telling another parent how to raise their kids.
Speier says finding ways to overcome that code of silence was one of the goals of this conference. A Millbrae Middle School principal told the audience her school is doing it.
We had a field trip for 900 kids.
In October, Principal Leslie Martin took the entire student body and staff to see the movie Bully. The makers of that film were so impressed they sent a crew to Taylor Middle School to document the field trip and the anti-bullying programs that the school has instituted in the months since then.
We had a peer mediation where kids talking to kids about conflict resolution.
Principal Martin says suspensions are down by half. There are fewer detentions.
My feeling is that it's a more safer, caring place.
The sheriff of San Mateo County says violence in schools is a local problem. Finding local solutions is a big part of what's needed.
We can't wait for Washington to solve it. We got to do it here at the local level.
As a result of today's conference, Congresswoman Speier says she's going to create 3 task forces, one to work on mental health issues, one on improving communications between agencies that respond to gun violence at schools, and she also wants a third to take up the issue of guns, not giving up on gun control in spite of this month's vote in Congress. Dan?
Okay.